I've got no concentration. I'm just like, fucking B.
Yeah.
B. I pressed the goddamn
Yeah,
B
now
button.
Donkey Kong has ruined my day,
Yeah.
and I don't want to do it anymore.
Skip it bop bop.
Oh, man.
Oh, God. I feel like I want to change this intro up. Scoop doop da do bow.
Why do you sound like you're being injured?
Bee bop bop ba da bop. Bop bop ba da bop.
We're going to get copyright infringement for that shit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We got to change it up. Bee bop bop da 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 da. Bop bop da da da
The
da.
things are different, man.
Totally different.
Totally.
I keep wanting to say that's Lou Bega, but that's not, is it? Who is
No,
that?
Lou Bega was Mambo number 5.
Oh, yeah, that's right. A little bit of Jessica in my life.
That song was classic, man.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Or good night. Depends on who's listening, when you're listening,
Sure.
at what time.
Depends where you are in your life. This is Real Awkward. That's Andy Case.
Oh, hello. That's Amanda Knickerbocker.
Thanks.
No problem. Recap.
Okay.
I'm Andy Case. That's Amanda Knickerbocker.
I know it's been confusing.
Yes, weird. Very similar. I should dye my hair,
Yeah.
shave my beard, throw on some glasses.
We look so similar
Who's who?
already.
Which one's Manda? Which one's Andy?
It would be very confusing for people.
That's a wrestling chant, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's it. That's what they say when you're at a wrestling event. And they
Oh.
don't know which person's which.
Oh.
Just
Sounded
saying.
like an old baseball thing.
It's probably close too. Yes.
I
But
think it probably
how
is.
would it go?
Exactly how you said it.
Who's on
I
base?
don't know. Yeah.
No,
I don't
that's
know.
different.
I don't
That's
know.
silly.
So how's it going?
Whoa. Good. We are here, episode 4.
Yes, that's exciting.
Episode 4. We are currently sitting, since I checked last, 24 followers on Instagram.
Hey, no, YouTube.
24.
I thought it was YouTube.
YouTube's only 13.
Oh.
I'm sorry. YouTube is
Instagram. That's great.
13 subscribers. Thank you
Thanks.
to all of our family and friends that
Thank
love
you.
us that much. Anybody else, if you do like our video podcasts, please subscribe. That would be awesome. And check us out on Instagram. We are going to be updating you with some fun behind-the-scenes photos.
Yeah, we'll have to take them.
Yeah. Or our producer might be able to do that for us.
We're getting a wink, people.
Yeah. Thumbs up.
No, I think that's awesome. It's exciting. And
I
then
know.
going forward, we are going to be uploading videos every Tuesday.
Yes. Normally at 8 o'clock Pacific.
That's up to you, man. I
Time.
don't want to be held to a time.
We have a situation going on right now.
There's a dog chewing a bone in
with
here.
the doggy. It ruins the audio for
Can you
our
really-
nice listeners at home.
Can you really hear it though?
It probably sounds like like in the very back. Someone's like, "What is that?" Someone's chewing styrofoam on the ground.
The dog, he's so upset
He's
right
so
now.
mad. He's like, "You just took my thing
He's like,
away."
Bitch took my bone. I was eating that. I was just minding my own business.
See, that's what we get for being unprofessional and recording with a dog in the room.
Whatever.
My
he was
bad.
in the first episode. Did you see it?
Yes, he was. His little tail.
No, his whole head. He was
Oh,
just
was
sitting
he?
there. Yeah, it was
Did
adorable.
I pet him? I don't think
don't
did.
remember.
I don't know. And he was just like, "What's going on, guys?"
I
Sounds like
don't
something
remember,
fun.
but I just
Something
remember it was
fun's
like,
going
oh,
on
hey,
right
Oakley.
here.
Yeah.
Excellent. So we are in December.
Yes.
Which-
I thought you didn't want to date when we were at.
We are in. Well, at least this will come out in December.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes, we are.
It's December.
I'm gonna give it a 30-day buffer. We are in December.
Yes.
Which means it's gift giving time.
Yes.
And what can be on the agenda for gifts?
I don't know.
Have you already done shopping?
Some. Okay, so this year we're still buying for a few people, but since we now have a child,
A baby.
I'm kind of happy that we're in this thing of like, let's just buy for the kids. Because I think buying for kids is so much more fun than adults. Because
Yeah.
buying for an adult is like, will you get me these one pair of Nike pants that I want? And it's like, okay, I guess. Like, and then it's
Yeah.
like, thank you for giving me this thing I specifically asked
yes,
you for.
There's no more
There's no more surprise.
thoughtful
And
surprises.
I refuse to give a gift card unless, like,
Yeah.
sometimes I'll throw like a $10 one in, like, to somewhere like Like if you loved, like my sister, she loves Blizzards from Dairy Queen. So like
that's pretty specific.
Well,
like,
for her birthday,
I want Blizzards from Dairy Queen every day of my
well, no,
life.
she loves a Blizzard. So like I'll give her a gift and then I'll give like a $10 Dairy Queen gift card.
All right. I mean, that's thoughtful because it's something that they love.
Sure.
I totally get it.
Or
I
like
totally get it.
my dad, he always hits like the Goodwill and stuff. So like I give him his gift and then I'll give him like a $15 Goodwill gift card or something like.
That's good.
That's
Those
fun.
are good. That's when a gift card is not like, I don't know what to get you, so here's a effing gift card.
Yeah, and try to give a gift card to somewhere where like I know you like this, but that's not your whole gift because I think that's a cop out.
Have you gotten a gift card before where you're just like, what?
Yes.
You're like, I don't shop at
X,
meats
Y, or
and
Z.
treats.
Yeah, totally.
Whatever.
And you're like, I know this was given to you from somebody else.
This is a hand-me-down gift card.
I don't remember who gave it to us.
Everybody does
but
it.
We ended up getting a gift card one time to a restaurant, and it was partially used.
That's terrible.
I don't remember.
It'd be funny if you could go back and find out what they ordered.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
don't. I
the
wish
filet
I could.
mignon.
It was just kind of like, okay, like, whatever.
Still weird though.
Yeah, whatever.
You trace it back. You're like, I know what you've done.
I wish I could
knew
remember.
what you did.
Oh well. No. Anything big that like you're wanting this holiday season? I mean, not from me. I'm just asking.
Well, actually, so I'm the worst because I like buy everything that I want already,
Well,
and
that's-
so when it comes to gift giving time,
Yeah.
the wife hates it because she's like, it doesn't matter what I get you, it won't meet expectation.
Sure.
And so I do feel bad, but I'm also somebody that's like, if I see the deal right then and there, I'm like, I want to jump on this.
Sure.
So one of them that I've already purchased for
One
myself,
of the Christmas. Yeah.
one of the whatever should have been a Christmas gift, whatever, I bought the Turbo Graphics mini console.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
Nope.
Okay. So
I was gonna be like, I'm gonna pretend like I know what this is.
no. So there's like this huge really, buddy? Really? He ain't
The dog is back with the
Yep,
bone.
he's like, I'm a hey, no bones in the studio. I give no bones about it. Oh God, no. Oh, we have technical difficulty. Meltdown. Tornado. She's fighting with the dog underneath
There's
the
a whole
camera
thing
right
you're
now.
not seeing right now.
There's literally a sumo wrestling
She's
match
crawling on the ground.
happening between my wife and our dog, and it's fantastic. He's winning, and this is the best part.
poor
Look at him.
Oakley.
He's not even moving. He's like, I don't want to.
Passive
He's like-
resistance. Passive resistance.
Dude, he is not letting go of that bone. Oh, sorry, bro.
Oh, poor
He was like,
Oakley.
I'm going to F this podcast up.
Oh, poor guy.
Well, you know, everybody wants to be included. Our producer doesn't even have to work out today after that.
Yeah, right.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. Now he's at the door.
With it. Now he's just going to bang against the glass.
It's
Like,
that's when you need to-
hello.
That's when you need to do that. Feel the bling, and like rain come in front of it.
oh, yeah, just like a cinematic,
Yeah.
dramatic moment.
Poor guy.
So, from the arms of an angel. And Oakley's just like,
Please, sir, let me in. God.
I just want the phone.
Okay. So
yeah,
tell
so-
me what this
so, okay,
thingy
so
thing
min-
console is.
So it's a mini console.
Got it.
You're familiar with the mini consoles.
I am familiar.
Okay, so it's gotten chaotic on the mini consoles.
Is it the Soulja Boy console?
It is not the Soulja Boy console. No.
Damn.
Should have picked it up. It's going to be worth billions one day.
Dude, I kind of want one. I'm gonna. I mean,
isn't it just like a knockoff
Yes.
console that he just put his name on?
Yeah. They're like from China and they're like totally
It has like 400 games.
copyright infringement,
Yeah.
crazy.
But it says Soulja Boy on it.
But it's a Soulja Boy gaming console.
So that's one of the things that I got was a TurboGrafx
Got it.
mini console,
Got it.
which I never had a TurboGrafx growing up as a kid. It has some really cool games on it.
Like what generation is this?
This would have been 16-bit.
Okay.
At least during the same time frame. I actually
Got
don't
it.
know. I mean, it's TurboGrafx 16, so I assume it's a 16-bit console. But it was one of those that I did not have, didn't know it existed as a
No.
kid, nothing like that. And there's like some specific titles that were made for it, like Castlevania Rondo of Blood.
Okay.
Like this was like, and it's apparently the definitive Castlevania for that title.
Oh, okay.
So, and then there's a bunch of other really cool Japan-only exclusives for it.
Oh.
But I've always wanted one because it had some really good shoot 'em ups on it, and it had some fun. Oh, there's another one, and I forget what it's called. There's pretty much like a staple of like 5 or 6 games that everyone's like, this is what you should own for the TurboGrafx.
So why? Okay, so you bought the
So I bought that
mini
one.
console
It's
instead
only
of just buying it and those few games.
Well, because you can't.
Oh.
No, I mean you can, but it's going to be hundreds of dollars.
Got it.
So with the mini consoles, that's where everybody's nostalgia kicked in.
Sure.
And I was one of them. I was like, oh yeah, Nintendo,
You have them all.
Super Nintendo. So I got the Nintendo. So did you know about the Nintendo when it came out that they were going to do a mini console?
I heard about it. And I was like, oh, that'd be okay. But then I was like, Nyeh.
So there's this huge retro phase right now.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's just into retro games. There's always been kind of like a small community of gamers that have enjoyed that, but now it's kind of like it's pop culture, right? To play retro video games.
You're buying the games that you had when you were a kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's why is because everybody's like, oh, I'm in my mid-20s to late 20s.
And I got a little bit more disposable
got
income.
a little scratch.
Yeah.
So then you have the itch. You have the nostalgia itch. You're like, I want Mario and I want Donkey Kong and I want all of these things that brought me joy when I was a kid that I didn't have any money to buy myself, or my parents were like, you are not going to be playing that game. So
says the kid who got a Super Nintendo and a Nintendo 64 for Christmas.
Because I had a rad-ass mom. Yeah. Thanks, Mom. So TurboGrafx just bundled into that, but I jumped on the NES Classic, mainly just because I was like, oh, yeah, there's some cool games that are going to be on it. In fact, I forget already what games came on it.
There's like 45 games on it, right?
I think it's 30.
Okay.
30. And then it was sold out everywhere.
The launch of that was a nightmare.
Yeah, they did not make enough.
No.
Like the production runs were small because I don't think they knew how many people were going to love it.
No, I think they knew exactly what they were doing.
Okay, you're right. Let me take that back. Nintendo's very smart about their decisions. Yes. So, I was told, like, there's no more. You're not going to get one. If you weren't in line or if you didn't have it pre-ordered, you are SOL.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, oh, man. So I just go into a GameStop, searching around, and on the back counter, there's like 6 of them stacked back there. And I go, excuse me, sir.
Excuse me.
Can I pardon you for a moment? And it turns.
Pardon me, sir.
I lead, and I go, are those NES classics over there? And this kid's like 19.
Yeah.
So he's just like, what? I don't know.
I love.
Yeah.
What?
What? And I'm just like, yeah, like behind you. And he turns around. There's like 6 of them. He's like, yeah, I think so. And I'm just
read
like,
the box.
And I'm like, are they for sale? Probably. And I'm just like,
oh my God.
And I'm like, dude, do you not know? Like right now, there's literally people that are waiting in line that are buying them online for double or triple the price. And it's just sitting there right now. Give me one.
Yeah.
So I bought it and I was just like, oh man, this is awesome. Like fantastic. So after the hoopla happened, and you know this happens to everything, right? Tickle Me Elmos, whatever it is that's like super popular.
Furby.
Flippers buy it.
Oh yeah.
And scalpers buy it, and then they charge 3,
Twice,
4, 5 times the amount on eBay or whatever.
I hate that.
And people are dumb. And a lot of times it's Christmas and they're desperate and they're just like,
I need it.
I'm buying it. I had to get it for my child
Yep.
because you know they've been good this year.
Yeah, my dad went out. I remember when we were kids, my dad went out at like, it was really late at night and they'd been looking for Furbies. And my dad went out and they got a call. And it had to have been 10 p.m. or something like that. My dad went and bought this Furby for Megan, my older sister. Maybe she played with it for a month. Like, we did not. The Furby they were weird. Anyway, mini console.
No, I got to stay on Furby because there was some drama with Furbies.
Oh, yeah, because people thought they were, like, recording everything.
Yes, and in fact, I think the government issued, or somebody issued, they weren't allowed to be in certain parts of, like, government establishments or businesses.
At the time, they did talk back to
record what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if it was something like brutal,
Yeah.
you know, like all of a sudden the Furbies walking around and be like, tax all the suckers, tax all the suckers.
Because
Like,
that's what happens in government buildings. Tax all the suckers.
I knew it the entire time.
Get the money, see?
Hey, you there with a... you ain't paid your... you ain't paid your taxes, you see?
Yeah, right? That's what happens at the IRS.
Go get them, Georgie. Yeah, so Furbies.
Furby.
But in general, Furbies were right up there with like Beanie Babies.
Oh my God, I had 1,000 of them.
And there was like Tickle Me Elmo, right? That we talked
Yes.
about. And then there was like Hatchimals recently. Did you see that craze?
One of my coworkers, like she went everywhere looking for one for her kid.
For Hatchimals.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And do you know what they are? Have you seen what they do?
Yes, they are a creature that hatches out of an egg.
You literally
You
grab
wait
the egg,
for it.
you rub it.
Oh yeah, you have to like get it to come out.
You rub the egg until it gets to like a certain color, or like maybe something comes out of it like a heart.
Sure, I don't fucking know.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. And then you truthfully just like then you just rip into it.
No, it cracks its way out of the egg. I've
What?
watched YouTube videos about this.
Wait, like a real thing does?
Yeah.
Did I just play with a mini one?
Maybe.
Oh,
the
see,
full
so I
size-
don't know what the hell I'm talking about
Okay.
with Hatchimals.
So I watched a
do
video.
tell.
I watched a video with my coworker because I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "You're buying a $40 egg? Like, what is this?" And okay,
Yeah.
truthfully, they're kind of cool, and I probably would have wanted.
They
one.
are kind of cool.
So basically, it's this thing, and like it's in this egg, and you have to like get it to want to hatch. I don't fucking know.
Rub it.
I don't know. You gotta
Yeah.
rub it,
Yeah.
and then it like cracks its way out of the egg.
It does.
Yes.
How? Like it's a
It's got a
battery-operated
beak. They
thing?
have beaks.
It just
and,
goes...
like, I think so. It just like.
The moment that
like,
somebody handed me this thing, like, open this egg, and then I feel something in it, I'm like, get that shit out.
Yeah,
No
right.
way. I don't know what's in there.
No,
Yeah.
so basically, like it cracks itself. It hatches itself.
I mean, that's way cooler than what I thought it was.
No, the full Hatchimal's like this.
Oh,
big.
see, we had this little one, and you had to
Oh.
rub it, and then you had to, like, break it yourself, and then what came out of it was, like, a toy you get from the little twisty
Oh yeah,
candy
no, the
things.
full one, the egg is like this big.
Oh, okay, so
'Cause
they're
when
large.
She finally got one and like told me, and we watched a YouTube video. I was like, all right, I get why people want this.
Okay, so there's a new one, and it, like, has, like, long feet, its body, and then a long neck. Is that the same thing?
I don't know.
So they're just new Hatchimals.
I guess.
So they're basically like these like giant eggs.
I don't have a
and-
kid that's
and
old enough to run through
that's
the
like
toy section. So
Yeah.
you know all the
Pops
toys
up.
because your daughter's
Yes.
like, toys.
Because she's like, but she doesn't know Hatchimal yet, thank
No.
God.
No. So anyway, mini console.
Oh yeah. So back to so Nintendo
Yes.
makes this NES, and everybody's freaking the fuck
Yeah,
out
they were
over
freaking
it.
out.
So Super Nintendo's coming out, and I'm like, I'm not playing that game. I'm gonna go get in line.
Yeah.
Midnight release. I don't want to have to look for it. I don't have to wait for it. So I go to Walmart. I'm in line, and I'm literally like the last guy that gets it.
Oh really?
There's already people there. They only had like 50 in stock.
I feel like that release
Yeah.
they had planned a little better, so that was a larger release.
It was a larger release, but they came back and reprinted round 2 of the NES,
Yes.
but not the Super.
Oh, there wasn't two rounds.
There's not been 2 rounds
Oh.
of the Super, and so I think that will hold value if that stays the same. But
Sure.
the Nintendo one, where everybody was just like,
Yeah.
like online, like I'm gonna sell it for 17 times the
Yeah.
amount. Everyone was like, I can get it for 60 anytime I want at Target now.
Yeah,
so,
I did not.
yeah.
I don't have any of the mini consoles until you found me a Super Nintendo.
Right.
But you have all the mini consoles. So
I have that one. There's been
There's 4 now, right?
4 or 5, including that, and then there talks about other ones. But
So
so far,
there's that
4 that are on the market.
Intro Max, whatever one you buy.
TurboGrafx.
TurboGrafx.
The Intro Max.
Fujifilm
75.
Instamax.
Fuji-
So there's that thingamajig. There's the Nintendo. There is
Yes.
the Super Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, and the PlayStation.
Yes, so all of them have been relatively successful. Except the PlayStation.
PlayStation.
The PlayStation was dog shit.
Okay, so hold on. So
Yes.
so the Sega Genesis is the newest one to come out, correct?
That is the most current. Yep.
I think that the Sega. I think.
That's the one that's right behind you.
Yes. I love how they're
Echo,
all like...
Echo the Dolphin.
I love how they're all just like baby versions of the consoles, and I love the Super Nintendo just because that was my console.
Yeah.
But I think I like the Sega Genesis the most, just how like baby it is.
It's really...
It's just cute. They're all really cute.
They are really cute.
Even the PlayStation's cute. Like, they're all cute.
I liked... The only reason I picked up the PlayStation is because it got all the way down to like $20.
And you're a completionist.
Yeah.
It comes out,
came out,
you want to buy it.
It was $100.
What?
It was $100. So put it in perspective.
I'd buy it for $20.
$60 for the NES Mini.
Yeah.
$80 for the SNES.
Wow.
Right, and there was
many games on it.
There was 20 games, and then Sega came out. Sega has 30 or 40 games on it. $80.
That's the only other one I would buy.
Yeah.
Is the Genesis.
Totally worth it.
Sometimes it's like, well, Andy has it, so...
Yeah, you could just play it here.
Sometimes it's like, what's the point of buying it? Because I'd probably play it here anyway. If I bought my own, I'd probably play it more here.
Probably.
So...
Yeah, because you want to play like, 2-player.
Sometimes it's like, yeah, I'll just play it at Andy's.
Well, so, because is your husband into retro games at all? Does he enjoy playing... Like, would he play the Sega Minis?
I think so.
Okay.
He's waiting for the 64 Mini.
I am stoked if that's true, but Nintendo's denying it.
Correct.
Right now, but they deny everything, and then they're just like, just kidding. Here's a new console.
Are not a family that pre-sales.
Right.
But I think if that were to come out, I think we would, just to guarantee that he got it.
Sure.
Even though he still has his original 64. We have all the games. Same with my SNES. Like, I have all my games, but sometimes it's like, I want another one. Like,
I want a baby one.
Or it's like, this is the one that's like for this, that's like, I'm going to leave the little one upstairs.
Sure.
And then my other one will probably stay in my office where it won't get beat to crap by little children.
I have found it amazingly convenient to have the little ones. This is what's funny when you get into like physical media versus digital.
Yes.
But truthfully, to be able to have it all in one, plug it in, just play, and it's like original controller. So you're not playing like these. You're
not playing with a Mad Catz controller.
Yeah, when the mini consoles came out, it was like the jankiest controllers ever.
Yeah.
Like infrared or remote, like bad connection. You had to put your own batteries in it, and like the buttons felt like ugly plastic. And At Games, I think it's called At Games or AT8, something like that, games. They made a bunch of them, like a bunch of these mini consoles. And they were popular just because people like the nostalgia, but in general, they were really bad production. Like the production value of it is garbage.
What are we talking about? Like fake controllers?
No, fake consoles.
Oh, because
Don't you remember the one that came out like 6 or 7 years ago? It's just called like a Sega Classics, and it's just black with a cartridge slot.
Yeah.
So those were like just
I was thinking
garbage.
of like the Retro Duo portable.
No. Those are emulators, just like everything else is, but they are meant to put your cartridges in.
Yes, because I have one of those.
Yeah. No, there was one that they made just like the Sega Genesis Mini, but it's like a really crappy version of it.
Yeah.
And people don't enjoy it because it's like bad sound, bad audio, bad controls. So Genesis, though, is literally the closest representation to any other console that I've seen so far.
How many games are on that again?
I think it's...
It's the classic Genesis games.
So, it's funny you bring that up because every single one of them I've modded.
Oh, I don't think you should say that.
Every single one of them, I have added some games to it in some form.
I'm sorry, that's what they're meant for. But the thing is, so part of the reason I haven't bought the whole slew of them like you have is because if you know your way around a computer enough, you could make your own retro gaming console.
Absolutely.
And that's what we've done.
In like one.
Yeah, you buy a Raspberry Pi, and then you just download all the emulators, and then if you have a handy husband like I do with a 3D printer, you just 3D print your own little video game machine around it, and we have a little mini 360.
And it's legit.
Yes,
that's awesome.
The thing that, my only complaint about that, because that's awesome because I have NES, SNES, Genesis all in one. That's very convenient. The thing I don't love about it is all the games you have to play with a Bluetooth-enabled controller, which most of the time ends up being an Xbox 360 controller.
Right.
So for me...
It feels weird to play Sonic with an Xbox 360
It feels weird to play like Super
yeah.
Mario World with this honking controller. that like half the time the buttons aren't mapped properly.
Well, I've noticed that no matter what, especially with the HD stuff, there's a little bit of lag.
Yeah.
Like just ever so slightly, but if you play Super Mario World, you know what it feels like to jump. You know what Mario's weight is supposed to feel like, and you play it, and you're like,
"This ain't quite right."
It's off just a little bit, and then honestly, I find myself a lot of the time like, I'm not enjoying this anymore, which is crazy. That even just like a millisecond off is enough for you to be like. This is not what I remember.
No, well, you know, like when you're a kid, like especially like Minecart Carnage and Donkey Kong Country, you know when you have to press that jump.
Can you explain to anybody who's listening what that is?
Okay, so Donkey Kong Country, one of the best games for the Super Nintendo. There is a level in like the second or third world called Minecart Carnage, and you and little Diddy Kong are in a little minecart, and you're going through and obviously there's like collectibles. You're on tracks. You're in a little minecart, and you're like, which are like defying gravity, suspended in the air.
Yes, they are.
And it just goes. It gets faster and faster and faster, and you have to be so quick to like jump. And then just as you think you have it, a bad guy in another minecart comes out at you, and you have to like jump over him.
It's the most frustrating level.
It's so fun
in the world,
and it's one of those things where like. You know, when you were a kid, I could beat that level in one go. I wouldn't die. And like
I was just talking to you.
No, I did.
Yeah, no, we were good.
I beat that level, and
maybe we thought we were good.
No, I know I was. And that level now, we can't beat it. There was one night that the four of us were over here playing it.
Yeah, we couldn't beat it.
And we couldn't get past it. And I just remember us screaming.
Oh, so mad.
That like I'm just like, what is happening to my hands? Like, I can't beat this game anymore.
I don't know what to do with my hands. No, it was bad. It did. It felt like I was like a cripple all of a sudden when I was supposed to be taking care of this.
And like jump. Andy's, the retro gamer's like, I got this, guys.
I don't know how
he
many
dies.
times I say, this is the one.
Yeah.
This is the next one.
Oh, God.
So, and I was just bitching about Aladdin being difficult. That's nothing.
No.
Compared to this minecart.
Oh, yeah.
In Donkey Kong.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
And they have one in each Donkey Kong, right? A couple minecart levels.
Similar, yeah.
So
and then they even brought him back for the Wii version.
Yes.
The
even
Wii
harder.
Donkey Kong Country Returns is so hard.
I don't think I got that far.
It's a really difficult game, especially the Donkey Kong Country Returns, like Tropical Freeze.
Yeah.
They are so difficult.
You know what? We're doing a Let's Play on
We will, and we're just going to scream.
Yeah.
So it's funny because my
the whole time.
And then it comes out.
That'd be difficult to watch.
The controller. No, my mom and dad play the Wii all the time, and like the Wii U.
And they throw down on Donkey Kong together?
They do.
That's so romantic.
I know. I think it's really cute. And they play like Mario Kart and stuff.
Hey, hun. You want a minecart
they
tonight?
Do. And on the Wii, and it's funny because they'll hit like a boss or a level they can't beat, and I'll get a text from my dad like, "Hey, next time you come over, can you beat this level of Donkey Kong for us?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, no problem."
Yeah, that's awesome.
And like sometimes it's
so
like
cute.
it takes me an hour to like this motherfucker. I'm gonna get him.
After you guys left, I think I tried myself, and I was like, "Not gonna happen tonight." Nope.
It's so difficult.
And I don't know if you're the same way. As I continue to go and I lose more and more patience, I get worse at the game.
Because now I'm just mad.
I've got no concentration. I'm just like, fucking B.
Yeah.
B. I pressed the goddamn B
now
button.
Donkey Kong has ruined my day, and I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah,
so,
that happens a lot.
Okay, so with the mini consoles,
so those games are on there too. Yeah.
Are there any more that have been announced?
No.
Okay.
And that's why I am also patiently waiting for a 64 one.
64.
But this is what is a concern for people that are collecting for value.
Yes.
Is
flooding the market.
Yes. Once these mini consoles came out, someone was like, man, I really remember Mario and I want to play Mario. So you buy a mini console for $60, scratch that itch there, and all of a sudden, I'm good. I played Mario, and now no one buys the old retro games anymore. So everybody's really noticed like a hit on game value pricing each time these come out. So Nintendo comes out, everyone's like, okay, I played Zelda, I played Kirby, I played Mario, I'm good.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo comes out, I played Donkey Kong, I played Zelda, I played Kirby, I'm good. Like it's always the same
Yoshi's
games.
Island.
Yeah, Yoshi's Island. What else came out on the Star Fox?
Yeah.
Sega. I don't know if the same thing happened to Sega, but I'm assuming so, right? They're just
I
like,
feel like
okay.
they didn't have as big of a launch as Nintendo did.
It felt like it was. They talked about it a lot longer.
Yeah.
Nintendo was like a short spurt for the most part, and then they were like,
Nintendo's
"Here's
like,
our stuff."
Hey, next month we're doing this. Bye.
Yeah, they're just like mic drop, and then they run away, and then there's no one to like talk about
Sega's
anything.
like, "Hey, remember us?"
Yeah,
And then a week
yes,
later,
yes.
"Hey, remember us again?"
That's Sega, and they give everybody a little piece. They actually were giving YouTubers like, "Hey, you can talk about the next 10 games coming out for the Genesis." So it was like this big thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we heard about it so much, there was no. Like, it was drawn out for so long that I think the hype died down. When it came out, it was just like, I have it now.
Yeah.
But I already knew the games that were on it. I already knew what it was going to be like. I already knew what it was going to feel. But Sega was so tired of people making shitty console versions of their stuff that Sega actually made this one.
Oh,
where everyone,
shock.
Yeah, finally. But Sega was kind of gone. So, yeah. So I'm stoked for any other mini consoles that come out. But I don't think they're going to be as popular as they continue to come out now.
I agree.
Also, they're making them faster than the generation actually happened.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, like, Nintendo, and then 1 year later, or even maybe less, they made a Super, then a Genesis, and then the PlayStation.
Well, the PlayStation one is the only one to me that's
that actually spanned 10 years.
Right. The PlayStation one, it's like, I could have waited on that one a little longer. Like,
you can still wait.
If I hadn't, it's trash.
If I hadn't modded it and threw on the stuff I wanted to play, I wouldn't play it at all.
No.
It's garbage games. It's not.
That's what I've heard.
And there's no analog. It's the original controller that is only a D-pad and the buttons, which is very much a Super Nintendo controller with legs.
But that was the original PlayStation controller, though.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's the original launch, but some of the games that came with it, you need the analog sticks. At least to play the game like often, or not often, but correctly or more accessibility.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like you feel like you're missing buttons, and it's not great, and the audio's not great, and there was some friggin' drama with this one because the Sony PlayStation came out and it was PAL, like European games.
Oh.
So the frame rate was messed up.
Yeah. I heard that the frame rate was all crazy.
So it was just like, so Sony screwed it up. Sony was like, oh man, these things are getting really popular. Let's jump one in there. And they were like, well, how would you like to design it? I don't fucking care. Just get it out.
Yeah,
and
just get it out.
That's exactly what happened. And then people get pissed. And then we talk about petitions and, like people would have loved maybe another Sony one, but it's cute. Like you said, because it looks like the original PlayStation, and I love that.
They're little and cute.
So I've really enjoyed the mini consoles for that aspect of it, to be able to just you can take it somewhere. So let's say I go to a hotel.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I can plug it in and I can play all my retro games, take it out, and then leave.
Well,
so
I think basically, I think that, in my opinion, now, the PlayStation is the one, PlayStation 64 kind of in there. I feel like there's so many more titles now that if you were to, let's say, create a PlayStation 2 mini, you'd have to have 50 or 60 games on there, and it'd have to be over $100.
PlayStation 2 games would be what came out during PlayStation 2 that was exclusive to that console.
Kingdom Hearts.
And?
I don't know. That was the only reason I had
PlayStation 2. I'm tripping like God of War.
Yes.
Metal Gear Solid was already on there. So it's like, I feel like there's not a lot of... Oh, I guess Ratchet and Clank and Jack and Daxter's.
Oh, yeah. And like Sly Cooper.
And Sly Cooper. So I guess you could do something fun with it.
But I feel like, these ones are fun because it's retro games and you have like your core chunk of games.
Yeah.
And you can get them for under $100. But then I feel like, if they're going to slap out a PlayStation 2, I'm like, I don't have this nostalgic longing to play a lot of these again.
Yeah.
Because chances are I've either repurchased them when I got the greatest hits for the newer console.
Yeah, on like a digital remaster on PS3 or...
So I'm not really like jonesing to play some of these games again.
I know what you mean. I have this... I was a PS2 kid. Like, I loved PlayStation 2.
I loved my PlayStation 2.
But I don't have this fondness for it like I do for the cartridge-based retro stuff.
Well, because I think you played them when you were a kid, and you played them like maybe with your dad.
Yeah, when I played PlayStation 2, I was like in my teens.
Yeah.
So maybe I didn't have that same like,
oh wow,
yeah, or like that fondness where I'm sitting there on a beanbag chair,
right,
playing Super Mario,
fighting with your sister for the controller.
Yeah, come on, which I always won because of my controller. Get out of here, bitch.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, I feel bad. Sorry for all the torture I caused.
So when you were a kid, did you have rules? Like, so when we played video games together, it was level or life. So either because there was 3 of us.
That's pretty good rules.
Yeah.
No.
So you guys didn't have any rules.
No.
The golden child got whatever he wanted until
mine,
he did. Oh, got
it. She wasn't into it.
Really?
My
At
sister
all?
never really enjoyed video games. She did one game she played with me often was Sonic the Hedgehog 2, where she could be Tails.
Yeah.
Because Tails could die and then come back.
Yeah.
If you remember, like, it didn't matter. So I remember her enjoying that. But I never walked in my sister's room and she was like playing something or like, get out of my way. My turn.
Oh, we would fight over it.
Nope, that was not her style. She was way more Barbies, dresses, TV shows. My sister grew up just watching Nick at Night.
See,
that was what
that was us too.
Yeah.
That was my sister too, like Barbies and dresses and stuff. But they just had like the Barbie games and like the Disney games.
No, sis did not love games like I did at all, which is really weird because our family, for the most part, played games.
Yeah.
My mom, actually, now that I think about it, my mom didn't play video games either. Like,
My mom didn't.
She might have been like, sure, I'll try it to humor you,
yeah.
kid. But my mom was never like, yeah, let's get into this. It was always my dad. So I think it was just something that my sister and my mom didn't get into. I don't know.
My mom.
I don't know. If you're listening to this, sis or mom, why did you not like video games? Because you should have.
My mom never played video games with us, but she liked Echo the Dolphin. Because my mom likes anything underwater.
I thought it was going to be on the screen. I was going to be like,
so distracting.
Perfect.
My mom liked Echo the Dolphin, but then they came out with it again, I think, for the Wii. And
did they make an Echo the
Dolphin
for the
they did.
Wii?
Or the Dreamcast or
Fact check
something.
it.
And she
they did come
played,
out Dreamcast.
She played that like crazy.
I have it somewhere.
Same thing with, there was a Wii game called Endless Ocean, and you're like a photographer.
Yep.
I
got that one up there.
That was where it was like, no, it's my time to go in the ocean. And like,
step away.
Yeah. Same thing now, we have like the VR.
I'm so immersed. Yeah.
Like we have the VR thing now, and there's like an underwater experience, and my mom's just like, wow.
Oh, I had my parents do that one too, and they were stoked. But my mom, so I just talked about she wasn't into video games. Yeah. She throws it on, and she liked the heist.
Dude, the heist is so fun.
But my mom was just like, get. Like, she's like, motherfucker. I was like, and I was just like, my mom was like the sweetest lady. Yeah. Like, wouldn't hurt to fly. And then the moment that you put.
Because she knows it's fake.
Dude, she was just like, she's like, killing that guy. She's like pretending to smoke like a cigar. Yeah. And she was just like, leaned back. She was like, this is fantastic. And so that's where I see VR if people give it a try. Oh, yeah. I think it spans way more than just like your hardcore gamers.
Oh, yeah. And I do want to talk about VR more on another episode.
VRs would be a good one.
Because
VRs.
I mean, we have the Valve Index, which is like one of the newer.
Oh, right.
And you have the PlayStation Move, and I'd like to compare the differences.
PlayStation VR. Move is very different.
Excuse me.
I will do a separate
I am so ignorant.
As well on PlayStation Move because that was a failed
right, because that was
experiment.
Kinect. That was a Kinect.
Yeah, well, because Sony was like,
hey, we can do it too.
When Microsoft is making something with no controller,
yeah.
What do we do? And then they came out with this Move thing with two wands.
I remember you had it, and you were like, it's
I
cool,
loved
guys.
it. There were some games that are awesome on there, and I will give you my recommendation on my YouTube channel. At Pac-Man Case.
Well, since you're plugging yourself, is this probably a good place to stop this episode?
Oh, sure.
Okay, so check him out on YouTube, Pac-Man Case.
Yes.
And then check us out on Instagram at Real Awkward Podcast.
Real Awkward Podcast on Instagram and YouTube.
Oh, right, where you're watching this video currently.
Yes, where you need to hit the subscribe button and give us a like.
I guess, yeah, sure.
Because that pops us up. It's like
does
upvoting.
It?
Yeah, it's like, man, their stuff is real good.
Oh.
Don't downvote it, though.
No, please don't.
Like, don't thumbs down. Like, if you didn't like this episode, just skip it to the next one. You'll like the next one, I promise.
But yeah, so going forward, uploading videos on Tuesdays.
Yes. Join us on Tuesdays with Amanda.
And Andy.
On the Real Awkward Podcast.
Okay, bye.